Hey, so my name's Diana. I am officially a licensed certified nursing assistant. So now um I want to tell you guys a little bit about my experiences, what had happened on the day of, how I studied, and a little bit of tips, I guess. So throughout my video, I recorded a video right before my exam. I was supposed to record one right after I got out of my exam, but I was so hungry. I was one of the last people to get tested, and it was 6 o'clock. I wanted to go home. I just wanted to eat because I was so hungry. But you'll hear my experience, I guess, with the rest of the video. But I hope you guys enjoy. Please let me know if you guys want to know more. I did ask a question towards my end of the video. It asked if you guys want to know how you guys can get a job right after taking your exam without having your license just yet. So just let me know if you guys want that video. So enjoy. Hey guys, so I am so nervous because I'm gonna take my exam in like 40 minutes. It's 12:20 right now. So yeah, I'm really nervous. I'm actually studying a little bit by watching videos. I'm confident on the oral / written exam, but I'm kind of nervous on the skills because since right now we are dealing with COVID, my clinical portion was very fast, and I don't know, it was like I wasn't able to practice on like a lot of people, more on mannequins. Sorry, I just like choked. But I was able to practice with my friend. But right now, like, I'm just so nervous. I just don't want to do something wrong because I don't want to have to retake it again. Because I know a lot of people have to retake it because they don't pass. But right now, just to help myself out, I'm watching a video online on YouTube. I already practiced like the written exam, so I feel really confident on that portion of the exam. I got here a little early because I'm actually not from this area. I'm by Fontana right now, but I'm from Los Angeles. But the only exam dates available were really far, and I was like, I really need to start working. I need to start getting some experience. I'm actually a nursing student, or I'm about to become a nursing student because I'm like finishing my last prerequisites. So I thought it'd be a great idea for me to become a CNA just so I can get some experience already, because I need to start working. School is gonna be expensive. So I went ahead and went to go park maybe like 10 minutes away from the testing site. I'm at a like park, and the park is pretty dead. There's like no one around. I'm the only one here, which is kind of like relieving because I don't feel watched. But right now I'm trying to get everything I can. We only do 5 skills within 30 minutes, and on my last day of my clinical training program, we our final was to complete 5 skills that our teacher gave us, and we had 30 minutes to complete it. So I know I'm gonna have it all done within 30 minutes. I just really hope I get like the easy ones for now, just because I get really nervous when I'm being watched. So I know for sure the hand washing is gonna be on there. I also know that we are gonna have it a little different than normal. Sorry, I'm looking around because like I said, I'm like at a park. People, like, cars are passing by, and they're just like, why is there a lonely car there? But what was I saying? Oh yeah, it's gonna be a little modified because of whole COVID. So we are gonna have a volunteer. They said that they're gonna be wearing gloves throughout the entire thing and a face mask, and we are required to wear gloves throughout the entire thing except for like the first skill set, which is hand hygiene. So I know I am so nervous. I'm just super nervous. I had to change the face for my watch to something I can see because I tried doing the numbers Like, you see that stopwatch with the numbers? I try to do that, but I would just like get lost. So I was like, you know what, I need the actual red hand, the 60-second hand watch. So I just did that. I'm trying my best not to freak out. I already drank a lot of coffee, so my anxiety is already up the roof. But yeah, I just thought I'd record. I really plan to make a video on how this went, just for future CNA students, just because I was trying to look for some and I did find some, but it wasn't like COVID edition. So this is COVID edition. Yeah, so I'll see you guys after my exam, which is soon. I gotta go pee. I thought I'd show you guys the park I was in. It sounds super creepy, just hear the audio. Hey guys, so it is December 19th and I took my exam on December 4th. So yesterday on the 18th I found out I actually passed. So it took a while, just because again it was a little different since the whole COVID situation is still going on. So I what is it called? I took my exam on the 4th. They told us on an email to bring food on the side because we weren't gonna be allowed to go out to eat after, like, once you start the exam, and also to bring a self-mailed envelope so we can return or they can return our scores online or through mail. So I did that, and I was scared because I am from LA, and I took my exam in Fontana. So that was like an hour and a half drive for me. And don't get me wrong, I love driving there. It was so pretty, like it was really nice, but it was a while. So come here. So definitely, like, it took a minute. I was getting scared. I even emailed like the department or the program saying, hey, I don't know if I passed or not. My name is not showing up in the registry, and what should I do? And then they were like, oh, don't worry about it. It normally takes 3 months for it to show up, and it takes 3 months. What else? She just got me distracted. She's so cute. Her name is Phoebe. Right, Phoebe? But what was I saying? Yeah, so the skills that I got for my exam were hand hygiene, and from hand hygiene I moved on to assisting a patient with ambulation using a gait belt. So I did that one. Then I did modified bed bath, pulse rate or pulse, counting pulses, and what else? Counting pulses. Oh, and what else did I do? Removing PPE. Yeah, that was it. So I did those, and so let me tell you what had happened. So I told you guys that my exam was at 1 p.m. Let me tell you, I started to, like, starting on my written exam, I started at around 3 p.m. and I was like, what the hell, like, and so we were already behind by 2 hours, because apparently we were divided into 2 groups, the morning group and the night group, and I was like the night group, or more like the afternoon group. But there was an institute that took it, like all their students plus like 3 of us that we weren't part of that school. They were from Orange County or something like that, and thanks to them, I like kind of knew what I had to do once I went in. Only reason I'm saying that is because we were supposed to be in alphabetical order by last names, and my last name starts with an R, so I had to be towards the end. And when they were coming out, like the first group, they were friends with the group that were with me, I guess, like that institute. They said like to try to speak everything, like talk throughout the entire thing, because how are they supposed to know what you're doing if you're not saying what you're doing? So I was like, okay, I got that check. And at the time I was just so nervous, but at the same time getting bored. Like I was falling asleep while waiting in line, because I told you, dude, the place we also took it, I don't want to say the name because I don't want to get in trouble, but their space was so small. Like they had at least 15 people inside a room, and then there was 4 of us in a tinier room. Like, it was like a closet room, like not a walk-in closet, but it was like it was a really small spot. Only like 2 tables fit in there. So I was in my own table, someone was in 2 table, and then there's another girl that was like on the opposite side. And so like I said, they were letting us in by alphabetical order. So I was outside with the other girls. Like, there were 6 of us outside waiting for like an hour and a half just for the first group, just to finish on the written exam. And then we still had to wait to take our skills. So for our skills, we were given a number, and that number represented the order we were supposed to go in. So I was number 8. And I'm not gonna lie, back when I was practicing for my test, I'm gonna tell you guys how I studied. So I studied by downloading the practice exam they offer online. Like, once you go to exam dates, they give you one. And I took it like 3 times. The first time was when it was the last day of class for me on my training program, and our teacher told us to take the exam. What's wrong, baby? She told us to take the exam, and I didn't do so well. Like, I got a 77, and I think you needed like an 85 to pass or something like that, or an 81 or an 80, one of those two, and I got a 77. So on the last day of school, she gave us the little pin, like our little pin saying certified nursing assistant, and I was just like, I don't feel like I need this because I didn't pass the final. Or it wasn't even the final, it was just like a little study. It was a practice test. But I knew that I had to practice a lot more. So then 2 weeks, or the day I signed up, when I sent out my info, because you need to send a money order of $100 for your written and skills. You have to send out the registration form that says like the information on where you completed your program. And then you have to write like your signature and all that stuff, and then you have to write the time slot that you want with the day. But you can't just choose any day, you have to choose the ones they provided. So once you go online on Regional Testing Center, go on to CNA, and then after CNA, go on to exam and dates. You press that, you check on all the dates they have available. The date, like I said, I took it by December, like the beginning of December, so all those dates were already full now. And I just checked it yesterday because I told you I thought I failed, so I was like, I have to look into another date to reschedule. Like, I had my mind made up that I failed. Like, I don't know why, I just really felt like I failed. So I was looking up the dates, and they already have like a full dates available. So it goes on from January up to February so far. So if you're interested, book it now because they fill out really fast. And I'm only telling you that was because on my when I registered, it said that it only had 4 spots available. So I sent that like ASAP, but when I went there was like a whole group. So I guess it makes sense why there was only 4 spots available, because there was only 3 of us that weren't from the school. Do you want to sit more comfortably? Sorry, come here. Yes, you can come here. And so that was the exam. So now we're gonna talk about the written. Oh yeah, I didn't even finish what I was talking about the practice exam. For the practice exam, the second time I took it was when I applied, when I sent all my information, and I did better, but I noticed that I got 2 wrong. I got an 88 on the second one, and the reason why I got an 88 was because on 2 answers I had gotten right on the booklet, but I didn't do it on the answer sheet. So I know that was one of my one of my flaws, because that's not the first time that it happens. Before, on like my other classes, like I remember when I was taking organic chem, I would do that a lot. I would rush and I would write all the answers correctly on the booklet, but I would miss it on the answer sheet. And I think it was just like when I'm super anxious, I just want to finish the exam. I think I pay attention, but apparently I don't. So I knew that I had to double check my work, or more like triple check my work. And so when I finished, like I told you, I was one of the last people, and I still saw like part of my beginning group still working on the test. So my bright idea was that, let me finish this exam real quick so I can leave early, because I'm so hungry, because it was already like 4:30ish. And I told you we were supposed to start at 1, but we started like at 3. So thanks to my watch, I knew that like the time throughout the entire thing. So I was like, I need to hurry up. And then let's move on to finishing my exam. I finished it really quickly, and then I like circled, like I slightly circled the questions I was like not sure of. So when I went back to review, I noticed that all the ones I circled, my initial answer, I was erasing and changing the answer. So I was like, now I don't even know, like, am I second guessing myself? Like, I don't know. And so what I decided to do was, come here, Wally. There's another dog, but he doesn't like me as much as Phoebe. But I lost track of what I was saying. So yeah, so oh yeah, so I noticed that I was erasing the initial answers. So I was like, okay, after I like went back to the circled ones, I was like, I'm not even gonna go over the other ones because I just keep erasing them and choosing a different answer. And what if I just fail now? So I was like, you know what, let me just worry on the circled ones and then just not check the other ones. But I just checked that I got the right, like, I circled the right ones on the answer sheet, because they give you a separate answer sheet and then they give you the booklet. So, and then like the answer sheet, you know, normally you have to circle the answer. This one is a square, so just make sure you fill out the entire square. But that passed, and I'm like, okay, I went to go get my number and I was number 8, and I'm like, all that for nothing, and you couldn't get your test back to, you know. So I was like, okay. And then I was waiting for an hour. I'm not even kidding, like the amount of time. So we had a watch. I was sitting right in the middle, so we had a clock, like the built-in clock on this side, and then we had there was another RN like right in front of me, stamping the previous group, like those who passed versus those who didn't pass. And I know people that passed because they got 2 letters saying congratulations. That's the very first thing it says. And I also saw the people that didn't pass because they got their registration form back, and then it gave them their report on what they got wrong. So I was scared because the girl that was right before me, I noticed that she had written everything in red pen. And when I was sitting there, like around 5 o'clock, I was just looking at the RN because that was literally the only thing that was right in front of me, or the only person. And she gave back someone the registration form back, and I knew it was my friend's because it was in red ink. So I was like, oh no, she didn't pass. Like, now that got me scared because I was like 3 people after her. So I was like, maybe I'm next or whatever. But let me tell you what had happened as well. So the nurses were supposed to leave at 4:30, and I only know that was because I overheard them say, it's 4:30, I'm trying to go. And there were still 6 of us that haven't taken our exam skills. Sorry, my fiance had called. So what was I saying? So yeah, so I told you I overheard the nurses say that they were supposed to leave at 4:30. It was already like 5 o'clock. And I was like, there's 6 of us that still need to take the exam. And there was 3 evaluators. Yeah, 3 evaluators. And I noticed that one of them was taking 2 people at a time. And I'm like, why are they taking 2 people at a time? But then I realized what was happening once I got chosen in. But since I was number 8, the girl before me was I was number 8, she was number 7. And there was 6 and 5. Numbers 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 still left. And like I said, it was 5 o'clock. And then I noticed one of them take 2 people. Then it was like 5 and 6 taken by the individual ones. Like one of them went to 5, the other one went to 6. And then they called 7 and 8. And I'm like, oh, I'm 8. Like, let me get up. And so I got up. And then the lady was like, okay, so you guys are both gonna do it. One of you guys, who is number 9? And I'm like, I'm number 9. And she's like, okay, you're gonna be the patient. You can't talk throughout this evaluation because you get negative points off. And I'm like, I'm not gonna say a word. And that's when they got her working on me. And like, I immediately knew that if we had a cool evaluator, she was gonna pass us. and if we had a meh one, she wasn't gonna pass us. She looked like a meh, you know. But at the same time, with the situation that we were in, it's 5:20 p.m. We're all hungry. She's already 1 hour and like she's almost like hitting an hour overtime. She looked like she was fed up because she evaluated since like 11 a.m., you know. And so, okay, I'll stop touching. Sorry, it's a doggy. And she got us, and we first did hand hygiene. We moved on. But I think I think it's a little different if you end up going to, I'm gonna abbreviate it, ELMC in Fontana. You might be able to pass, but I shouldn't say that. Let me delete that. But in other words, yes, I passed on my first try. I'm so happy. I thought I'd had to retake it. So if you guys want any advice and tips, is the day of or the day before, the night before, watch videos, like the skill videos. Try to watch it as many times as you can. I will link down below which video I saw. I saw that the day of, like an hour before I was supposed to get tested. And honestly, it helped me remember so many things that I thought I had forgotten. I also recommend to take the practice test as many times as you can, until the point that as soon as you see it, you're like, oh, this is the right answer. This is the right answer. Because it'll help you. There are some questions that were similar, like maybe 3 or 4 that were similar to the actual exam. But for the actual exam, if I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't the best student. I wasn't the one that like read all their homework and read all their assignments, did the homework and turned it in. I turned in all my homework, but I will skim, which was my problem. But you know, it's still doable. It's like, I shouldn't say it's common sense, because common sense isn't a thing if you don't even know what common sense is. But I do have to say that as long as you do that practice test, you watch the videos, you should be fine. And then try to read and understand every word that is through of the question that is asking you, and also try to eliminate like answers that you know aren't right, because there's some that you're like, oh, how is this even part of the question? But definitely, that's my video. I waited a minute, like not a minute, I waited like a couple weeks for me to post the second portion. My plan was to post right after I got out the exam, but it was like already 6 o'clock, and that day I had to rush back to LA to my friend's house to take an exam with her. So I shouldn't say that, but I had to rush to LA to meet up with my friend. And let me tell you, I was so hungry. I was like, I'm so hungry, I can eat anything. Like, I had eaten at 11, and they told us we can bring snacks because we weren't gonna we weren't gonna have time to eat throughout the thing. But I didn't know we were gonna leave at 6 p.m. My plan was like, get out of there by 4 p.m. because our exam started at 1 p.m. But they were delayed, so that's kind of on them in a way. But I understand, just because everything doesn't come out the way you plan it. So that's that. You guys can do it. You guys can leave any comments to see if you guys have any questions, specific questions. If you want to follow me, I will be posting my nursing journey. I can't speak today, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be posting my nursing journey. I am a pre-nursing student. I'm on my last semester of my prerequisites. I am taking microbiology and pharmacology. Pharmacology is a nursing class, so I will be taking that next semester. Well, in the spring semester, I'm taking 2 classes in the fall. So wish me luck, philosophy and jazz. So yeah, I'll be posting those tips. Also, I recommend for you to apply everywhere. You guys can do it, trust me. I didn't think I was gonna pass, but I passed. And apply everywhere. Like, so I had gotten a job
on December 9th. Like, I was signing paperwork, and I had taken the test on December 4th. And I didn't know I was gonna pass, but I told them, hey, I already finished my training program. Is there, like, can I still apply? And they're like, yeah, like, as long as you already finished the training program, we retrain you. So just apply anywhere. Like, you can really get a job anywhere if you really try. I on the interview, well, I can make a separate video. Let me know if you guys want me to make a video on how I got a job without having my license just yet. But yes, comment, like, subscribe. Never thought I'd say that. But see you guys until next time. Bye.